Welcome to IYRTalks English. In Delhi, Rashtrapati Bhavan, the North Block and South Block are located on an elevated platform known as Raisina Hills. In 1911, I think, when British India, the then government, decided to shift the capital from Calcutta to Delhi, they chose this place to set up the then Viceroy building and the Secretariat. That's how we got the Viceroy building, which subsequently became the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and the North and the South Block, which is the main Secretariat functioning for the Government of India. It's a very beautiful, nice architecture and a place designed by that architect Lutinis, whose bust we are now removing and putting there, Rajgopalachari's bust. Named after this Raisina, Indian government from 2016 has started what is known as Raisina Dialogues. These are being held as an annual event wherein a lot of issues of importance nationally, internationally are discussed. Who is who in the governments and the private public sector come and give their views, and then there are panel discussions and things like that. This is gaining a lot of importance from year to year and is becoming a major think tank to refine the policies with reference to the interests of India and also the worldwide with other countries, etc. Recently, of course, the Finland Prime Minister was there to give a talk on this, and incidentally, the Secretary of State of America also was there, and he made a very pertinent observation there. He told, what we have done with China 2-3 decades back, we may not continue with India. And it's a very, very loaded statement. We allowed China to grow. We assisted China to grow. And China has now become a competitor. Having realized that, we may not at this time do the same mistake and help India the same way as we have done for China and allow it to grow up to that level, but within the framework of the trade agreement that we have entered into, which is mutually beneficial to some extent to us and to some extent to you. We will go forward in terms of trade and other relationships. This was his words there. And then, of course, a set of journalists in India as well as the Congress functionaries are going full throat, stating that what is this? Is this the way of talking? Indian pride is gone, this, that, all that. But before we come to this particular comment of his and the reaction from these people, let us see what happened when China really took advantage of the American market and grew, and India failed to grow. Which was that decade? That decade is 2004 to 14 when UPA government was in power. These World Trade Organization negotiations went on and on and on, and by I think 98 or so they have been come to a conclusion where one of the most important clauses was most favored nation. So tariffs, whatever you give the least to one country, you will have to make it applicable to everyone else. China did not realize the importance of this World Trade Organization in the beginning and was not part of the negotiating countries. But once it was established, they saw an opportunity to develop by making use of this. So as a later entrant, they came and joined the World Trade Organization. That needed giving a lot of concessions to other countries because they had to negotiate each country and take their permission before becoming a member. Once they became a member, they really saw the great opportunity that the WTO was giving them and developed their physical and social infrastructure, invited foreign capital and made China the manufacturing hub of the world. When did it happen? It happened between 2004 and 2014. That was the time when Congress and UPA was ruling India. We had exactly the same opportunity in India as well to make India a manufacturing hub. We failed. And rather the Congress failed India. In fact, the special economic zones set up at that time became real estate business, real estate ventures, not so much manufacturing hub. If only we took advantage of the WTO, developed the physical infrastructure, social infrastructure, we could have also been a major manufacturing hub of the world. Only after 2014, when Modi became the Prime Minister, the emphasis on manufacturing got attention, and we started giving these PLI schemes and others trying to push manufacturing, but it was a bit late. By then, America has realized the amount of damage done by China by becoming a manufacturing hub of the world and has redrawn the trade rules. And those redrawn trade rules are the ones according to which now we have the trade framework with America. So what he says is the type of a advantage China had in 2004-14 is no longer available for you. We will going as per the trade agreement which we have entered into, which is going to be beneficial to both. Still, it's an agreement based on which India can prosper, but to expect the type of a opportunity which was available in 2014 times is no longer available. This is exactly what he told. So who has to be blamed for this? The chaps who are now mocking and making, how can he make this? In fact, I appreciate what the Undersecretary, Department Secretary of State Office told. He was very frank and he told what the policy of the American government is. And within that, what are the opportunities available for us? How do we take forward them? This is what we should focus on rather than questioning him for what he has told. I think people who have failed this country in a very, very important decade, which I would put as a lost decade for this country between 2004 and 14, have neither the moral nor the legal right to mock when something good is happening and a trade agreement is done, which is overall beneficial to India. Thank you.